G'day guys, Luke here. Welcome back to another video. Today's video is a Reptile Room update for August 2019. As you guys can see already, there has been some changes to the room, and now let's dive into it and see how it looks now. First up we have Charles, who's my albino Darn carpet python. He's housed in a 1 foot Reptile 1 enclosure, fed on fuzzy mice, and he's got a heat mat underneath that grey hide there. And then the green hide is actually his cool hide. He's got a stick for him to climb on. He's got a water bowl down here. And the substrate, I will get to that in a minute. And also a couple pieces of wood that he can help himself when he sheds. What we have in here, guys, in this old 3 foot fish tank is Monty, who is a shingleback skink. Above him we have his UV and his heat globe. He's also currently sitting on top of his custom built hide that I built for him. So the heat globe is actually a 60 watt Philips heat globe, where I'll show you a picture in a second. He's got his substrate, which is called peat brick. And he's got a stick, his fake plant, backing, water bowl, and his food bowl. He's fed on bug toy, apple, strawberries, carrot, and chicken, turkey, dog food. I also do apologise, guys, if there's a bit of a echo in the background. I had to do a voiceover since the audio for the Reptile Room lately has been a bit stuffed up. Anyways, Murray here, he's a coastal jungle carpet python. He's got his ceramic heat globe and his lighting. Here he is. He's also fed on medium rats, and he's housed in a 4 foot tall enclosure. He's on his rock wall where he likes to sit most of the time. He's got his stick, his hammock, his substrate. I had to get rid of the hide because it had mould on it, and he's got his water dish down there with him as well. This here, guys, is Molly, who is a jungle carpet python. She's currently housed in a 2 foot enclosure. So we've got a couple foam walls and a few sticks that are laid horizontally, so she can sit underneath a ceramic heat globe, where also you've got the light strip. Got a fake plant. She's fed on adult mice. Got a water bowl down here, her hide, a few rocks to help her shed her skin, and a log hide that she sits in. And above here is the lights. That's Molly. We'll be moving on to the next animal. In this 3 foot enclosure houses Emma, who's my male blind spotted python. The reason why he has to be on newspaper is because sadly the weather of lately has also got him respiratory infection. So he's got his warm hide back over there with the heat mat underneath. He's got a newspaper, big water dish. Of course the old one he kept knocking over. He's fed on adult mice. There's a couple of sticks and a few rocks in there with him as well. And he's actually his cool hide at the moment. So sadly Emma and Molly have respiratory infection, but they are being treated. So hopefully they get better soon. That's Emma. This here is Rex, who is my male Centralia bearded dragon. He's housed in a 3 foot reptile zoo enclosure. He's got a few rocks that he basks on. He's got his fake plants, his substrate, which is that koi Brit stuff, like I mentioned before. He's got his sticks, foam wall. He's fed on carrot, apple, strawberry, and bug toy, and on occasion crickets. Got his water bowl behind there, his hide, and above that is his UV lighting. And back over this way we have his heat as well. That's Rex's setup. In this 3 foot enclosure here, guys, houses my 2 female blind spotted pythons, Superstar and Graham. Up here we have their heat globe, 4 hides, they've got fake plant, a couple bits of wood, a couple of rocks, a branch, nice big water bowl. Both of them are fed on extra large mice. So Superstar here is the eldest of the 2, being 10 in November, while Graham, she will be 10 in December. And he's Graham now. So Superstar is more of the darker one, while Graham's more of the lighter one. That's them. Moving on. This here, guys, is Blaine, who is my supposedly female lowland blotched blue tongue. She's housed in a 3 foot exoterra enclosure. She's currently sitting on top of a hide built for her. She's got another hide on the other side also built. Above her is a UV. She gets heat from Akko's enclosure from underneath. She's fed on the chicken and turkey dog food, apple, carrot, bok choy and strawberries, couple of rocks, fake plant, foam wall and her water bowl. That's Blaine the lowland blotched blue tongue. In this 1 foot enclosure houses Crystal, who's my little female pygmy bearded dragon. Above her is a heat globe and a UV. Open it up, and in this enclosure there's a couple sticks for Crystal to climb on. There she is. Got a fake plant, couple of hides for her to go in, and her food bowl should be just next to her. So she's currently fed on bok choy, apple, strawberry and carrot. And on occasion she does get her crickets as well. And just below the ventilation here is her water bowl. She's also got a couple of rocks in it as well. In this 4 foot enclosure, guys, houses Akka, who is my female eastern water dragon. And in her enclosure she has a couple of bits of wood that she'll bask on. Above her have a hammock, her heat globe and a UV. Nice couple of plants in there I put in there. She's fed on chicken and turkey dog food, carrot, bok choy, apple and strawberry. There's a sign in there saying diva because she's actually a diva. There's a couple rocks around her water bowl just for her to jump in and be a natural water dragon. There's a bit of a backing on it as well just to hide the cords and such to give this enclosure a nice appealing look. There's her globes. Underneath her is Blue and Bow, my 2 eastern blue tongues, who are housed also in a 4 foot enclosure. So this one here's Bluey and the other one's Bow. Both of them are males, siblings of course, and they're fed on the same diet as Akko. So they've got a couple of log hides, nice big water bowl, fake plant, and a wooden hide that I built for them, and a couple of rocks for them as well to grind down their nails. They've got their lights and a backing on it just to give the enclosure a bit more style. And this little enclosure here actually houses Chocolate, who's actually the only baby I got from the Salt and Pepper, who are the parents obviously. There's all Chocolate, doing very well and growing very quickly. So you've got her heat mat underneath the enclosure. The sand is actually a children's sand. It's got a small water bowl in there and a hide for her to hide in, fake plant. That's really about it for her setup. While her parents are in a 2 foot enclosure here with a purple 100-watt heat globe. There we go, and they've got a bit of a backing on it as well. There's the same sand as well. There's a few rocks in the place. They're fed on large crickets. So there's Salt at the back there. She's getting ready to lay sometime in the next few days. And in this wooden hide built for him is Pepper, who's the dad. They've got a stick in there, fake plant, and another rock hide on the other side of the enclosure. And I made a section of the enclosure deep so I can lay her eggs later this season. And there's also a water bowl in there. I also do spray them as well. Underneath them is actually Bam Bam, who's housed in a 3 foot extra terrarium enclosure. He's sitting on top of his brick where he can actually hide in. So that's his heat and UV. Got a dragon head, couple of rocks. There's Mr. Bam Bam. He's fed on carrot, bok choy, strawberry and apple. He's got a background on it, contact. He's got a fake plant in there, a wooden hide at the back. His water dish, fake plant, and his hammock that on occasion he will sit on. Here we have in this 3 foot enclosure is Chris, my black-headed python. This is the last animal for today's video, guys. So he's the heat. They've got a custom built hide that I built for him. It's got a few holes in it because he likes to twist himself around things. It's got a background to it, fake plant, his water bowl, his stick, couple of rocks in there, substrate, a termite hide that he likes to sit in. Just get it off from him. He's getting quite big. He's fed on arena-sized rats. And yeah, Chris is getting quite large now, so might have to start looking around for a big enclosure. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you do so, feel free to leave a thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. In the description will be my Instagram account and also a couple of playlists. You guys can check it out if you're new to the channel. Feel free to subscribe. As always, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all in another video.